Week 9 of the Belgian Pro League coming after 3 midweek games with Unisaja was the only team to win 3-2 over RWDM in the Swansea derby. Draws between Club Brugge and Genk, a 1-1 thriller, and Antwerp and Ghent, a non-scoring non-thriller to send the Buffaloes 2 points clear. Ghent wrap up the weekend away to RWDM. Union in second welcome Old Boss Felicia Masu and Charleroi, with Club Brugge hosting Sint-Truiden, and following last week's 3-3 draw at the Stein, Genk and Westerlo is worth taking in. Big games on the road for Anderlecht, Standard Liège and Royal Antwerp, but we start with the first coaching casualty of the season. Kortrijk bottom without a win, dismissing Edwards still ahead of the visit of Cercle Brugge. Team who are bottom against a team who could have been top, but for 2 recent defeats. It's the lack of wins now that's caused the first managerial casualty of the season from the Golden Sporen. Without Edwards still, it's Kortrijk against Cercle Brugge. It's a cracking ball forward and Boho's got space and room and time. Though not a lot of it. Good block. Slalomed his way through. What a great display by Coffey in goal. Now Kortrijk trying to do some damage in the middle. Must be. I have no idea how that did not go in. Messertu denied. It stayed in. Now it's out. The big giveaway, Denke trying to get in. And Vandenberger reacted well first. He had a huge amount of work to do. A back pass with nothing on it, wasn't properly hit. Denke across, and it's opened up well. Boho trying to pick out CK. It was a peculiar miscue. Vandenberger pushing it out. Could be a big opening here, it will be. Deondanev scores for Kortrijk. Against the run of play. They've just lost Nail Messertar with a really bad injury. And within seconds, they find the net. It's a battle that they're winning right now. Akpal at the moment is giving them a new coach bump, and it's for 1 game only. Brilliant! 2-0! Isaac Davis! How many times do you see clubs change boss? They've plenty up. Looking for the flick on, which didn't come. It did there. It's come back for Ravic. Dangerous one and in. Halfway there. Cercle have got a foundation back into it. Brilliant setup. It's Flavio Nazinho to take again. They're all coming in, and it's just wide, and it's Leonardo Lopez again. Taking orders at the last chance saloon. Kortrijk get their first win since March. Their first win of the season, and they're off the bottom. For a side who've done so badly. A tough prospect for the Malinwa tonight, who themselves have been struggling to score of late. 1 goal in the last 2 games. The 2-0 loss at Sint-Truiden a fortnight ago, and the 2-1 defeat here against Leuven. That was a tremendous try by Ekkelenkamp, but had that gone in, it wouldn't have been the quickest goal of the day. Anderlecht already have that through Anders Dreyer after 28 seconds. Storm again! And almost scoring again. What a burst forward. He's well in the mood tonight. Mechelen are as well. Muya's made space brilliantly. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Beautiful play. He's latching onto that on the halfway line. Here's Girano Kirk. He's bursted well. He's held onto it after going down. Here's Bataille. Pinged across goal. And then the shot still came in from Mechelen. It was a very suspicious challenge on Kirk. Kortrijk bottom. After 8 games, only 2 points secured. Edwards still sacked on Monday. Glenn de Burke's going to take over. That's a cracking ball played in, and it should be 1-0, and it's not. Turned over by Lauberbach. Well, what a chance that was. Bataille, good ball. Now here's the chance of the pullback by Wijndal. Kirk, his Dutch international colleague, kept it under control. Good low effort by Muya. And now on the rebound, just off target. Wijndal had stayed up. Antwerp are getting chances in. Muya with a good try. Another good ball. Muya, head down. How he likes it. Brilliant break by Muya. What a fine save by Cook. Yes, it was right at him. Here's Storm. We had that with Kasper Dolberg last week for Anderlecht. Decent crossfield ball. It's Walsh. Fluke will wait in the middle, and not just him. What an opening, and it stayed up there. Bits of movement ahead, not a huge amount. Look at the men that they've taken off up front, but Bataille is still going. Chance for a quick cross maybe from the right. Yusuf has that on it. Great delivery, so close to 1-0. It's Toby Alderweireld. As good a chance as Antwerp have had all game. Three 0-0s on the trot against RWDM, Ghent, and now Mechelen. But likewise, it's 4 league games in which they haven't conceded. As always, it is a belting atmosphere at Duden Park. It is never anything other than that, even if you look back at videos of games in the 3rd division here 10, 15 years ago, it was full. And it is absolutely full today. A lot of heft on it. Good header, good start. 1-0. Ross Sykes breaks the deadlock, as he did against Charleroi last season. It's been taken up by Daba. Good release, good opening. And Charleroi have equalised through Guiagon. Ties it up in Duden Park. This is Guiagon. Been well gathered. Jagsnes in, embeds in. And Charleroi lead before half-time. Very clever ball by the Norwegian. And Charleroi have turned this around. What a sensation. Offside. Won't count. Good corner. What a save. Somehow it stayed out. Sykes has been caught. He launched himself at it. But what a save by Coffey to keep it at 1-1. Burgess! 2-1. No keeping him down. Always a danger. Good Carl. Sykes is there. Good heavens. Instant replays. Put the ball in the net again. Very quickly ruled out. But Lawrence Visser can get the tape machine out again. I think that's going to count. (3-1), and Ross Sykes gets his double. Instant replay. Ever-present record the last 2 seasons. Going off to be replaced by Joachim Imbrechts here. They don't want to risk him. So Joachim Imbrechts replaces him. Treble chip over the top, trying to get Badgie clear of Burgess, and he got the shot in. Got the cross in then on the follow-up. That was a good save by Imbrechts. Really good close control, and Amora goes for it, and Coffey saves it well. Well, Amora having the earlier goal ruled out for the foul at the start of the move, so preventing his 5th goal in 4 games. They go top of the table. Unia Saint-Gilloise lead the Pro League. After losing their opener to Unia Saint-Gilloise, Anderlecht going 7 unbeaten since, 4 wins in a row, the last 3 draws against Genk, Kortrijk and Club. Eupen losing the last 3 to Mechelen Standard and leading at half-time Gent, so the Pandas looking for a positive start. This isn't it. Anders Dreyer, after 28 seconds, with the fastest goal of the season so far. Dreyer having scored one of the latest goals of the season, bang on 97 minutes to earn that draw at Westerlo a fortnight ago. The creator Theo Leone has been waiting a long time for his chance with the Mauves and is finally getting it under Brian Riemer, Dreyer's 2nd of the season. Eupen majorly stung by this, forced back more and more. Frantic defending still ending in an Anderlecht shot from Mats Ritz. Eupen keeper Gabriel Slanina fearing a busy day. Florian Kohlveld isn't enjoying life in the bottom half, despite an encouraging start with only 1 loss in their first 5 games. Baye and Pantovic sending Isaac Nuhu in, but no luck with the final attempt. Luck is something Eupen have been lacking of late. Now here, the Pandas badly caught out, thinking the throw was theirs. Instead, Anderlecht almost going 2 up through the newly arrived Luis Vasquez, just over the top. Quick thinking by Louis Patrice. Dreyer then teeing up the Argentine. So Belgium's most easterly club under duress and trying to relieve themselves of that. Jentel van Genekten, league top scorer after the opening weekend, bursting down the left, letting Diawara slide, denied brilliantly by Kasper Schmeichel. A tremendous break. but the man who's fast becoming Anderlecht's number one pulling off a quality save. Eupen finally getting into the game, 8 minutes before half-time, finally getting their reward. Jason Davidson launching forward, Finn Bogerson for Nuhu's first-time scissors kick. A spectacular way to double his haul for the season. With 2 goals, he's now matched his figure from each of the last 2 seasons. They may not have been winning lately, but Davidson has been well to the fore. Good improvisation from Finn Bogerson, and particularly Nuhu. 1-1 at half-time. But bringing in certified well-known international names has given Anderlecht an added danger this campaign. Torgan Hazard included, his drive coming up well saved by US keeper Slanina. The rebound from Augustinsson deflected away. Still all square at the Kerweg, lots of movement in Hazard's effort. Anderlecht in good spirits this season, and that personified by Patrice. The new signing from Leuven being given encouragement to be creative. Breaking Bass 2 down the right-hand side, picking out Dreyer, but a first-time shot that needed more ferocity. Eupen under threat of being opened up more and more, and barely a minute later, here we go again. Zeno de Baas placing Torgan Hazard well inside the area. A shuffle here, a shuffle there, and Vasquez teed up at the far post for 2-1 Anderlecht midway through the second half. But did he have the final touch? De Baas' vision and perfect placement getting the ball rolling impressively, Hazard doing the rest, apart from scoring. Vasquez said goodbye to Boca by netting the winner against Huracan. Here, forcing an own goal from Rune Paishauser, diverting into his own net. Vasquez is certainly beginning to love his time in Belgium. Dreyer's legwork helping the twice Argentine league winner out again. A great chance that would go unrewarded. But Anderlecht still in front. Riemer and company not making sure just yet. This one just marginally over the top. And that a miss with potentially very hurtful consequences for Anderlecht. Finn Bogerson's cross setting a surely guaranteed equaliser for Nuhu, but just too much behind the shot. A properly glorious chance for Eupen to draw level. Nuhu in the right position, but in trying to lift it over Schmeichel, lifting it over the crossbar too. You don't get too many chances like that. And if Eupen thought they wouldn't have a better prospect of getting a result out of this, then they'd be right. Vasquez released again, and this time getting the perfect result. Anderlecht's third to make the win secure. Vasquez just getting the bounce going his way ahead of the unfortunate Rune Paishauser. Vasquez with his first goal since signing for $5 million from Boca Juniors. There may be more to come. Anderlecht winning 3-1 to level at the top with Gent. 8 unbeaten, the first time they've managed that in 2 years. Eupen 1, Anderlecht 3. A big one at the bottom, Leuven in 12th, hosting Standard in 13th. The winners would be out of the relegation zone. Leuven winning at Mechelen last weekend to go 3 unbeaten. Neither Mark Bryce nor Karl Hufkens feeling massively pressured yet. But it has been uncomfortable for both clubs this season. Nathan and Singy turning Boppe Bacardi well to launch Jon Dagger Torsteinsson away for Leuven. The Icelandic international combining well with the newly signed Frenchman Youssef Miziz to get an opening in the area. Arno Bodard denying well. The angle tight, but Bodard doing a solid job anyway. Now here's a free kick routine that Leuven should think about keeping. Eventually sent in by Miziz. Joran Dome heading just over the top. Good attacking from Leuven early on. Dome still awaiting his first goal since coming from Beerschot over a year ago. Into the final minute of the first half, and with a potential OHL attack breaking down, still at 0-0. Exceptional vision coming up from Steven Alzate to send this forward. Still plenty for Wilfried Kanga to do, rounding Maxence Prévost and turning home. A clever finish to give Standard Liège the lead, having only once won this season going into this. That's now 3 goals in 4 games for the Ivorian, who was onside on loan from sister club Hertha Berlin. The pass brilliant, with impeccable control to evade the Leuven goalkeeper. This the kind of pass that prompted them to re-sign Alzate. Standard Liège 1-0 up at half-time, but Hufkens knowing an OHL onslaught would be on the way. And 20 minutes after the restart, here it comes. Insigne involved from the off before a good interchange between Torsteinsson and Hamza Mendel down the left-hand side. The Moroccan international quickly released to score an impressive, largely virtuoso goal. 1-1 after 65 minutes. Their form's been good recently. Wins over Kortrijk and Mechelen, drawing with Ghent, but still plenty of relief around that. Entering his second season since signing from Schalke, Mendel with his first goal for OHL, and very well taken too. Thorsteinsson picking him out. Having drawn 3 of the last 4, Standard with 10 minutes to go, trying to avoid further drop points, but that's been the story with everybody lately. For that, enter ever-reliable substitute Cian Shinak and Leuven old boy Kamal Sowa. A tremendous effort from the Ghana international, marking it too without an ostentatious celebration against his former club. Marks for Chinak's accuracy with the cross, having had 4 seasons at Den Drave, an irony that Sowa's first goal for his new club would come here. It had been very quiet for him prior to this. Back to haunt his former side, Sowa with the winner for Standard. A big result for Karl Hufkens, with the Roosters now 5 unbeaten, leaping out of the relegation zone and dropping Leuven into it. But a big test for Standard next. That's Club Brugge. At Hevelay, Leuven 1, Standard Liège 2. Another what-if story for Racing Genk. 2 draws in the past week, 3-3 against Sint-Truiden in the Limburg derby, 1-1 Thursday against Club Brugge. Westerlo setting up shop to thwart Standard Liège, 0-0 last weekend. Genk, another side who can say they'd be top had they won their last 2. Instead, joining the glut of teams dropping a lot of points lately through draws. Their early August 1-0 loss to Eupen, their only defeat so far. Lots of Daniel Munoz in the move early on, popping in down the centre at the end to tap home. Genk in front after 11 minutes. Munoz starting the move and decisively finishing it, getting Christopher Bonsuba involved down the right-hand side, and then Tolu Arakadari on the left. Munoz waiting in the centre with his 3rd goal in all competitions this season. After parking the bus effectively well away to Standard Liège, Westerlo having to come out a bit today. Brian Reynolds storming down the right, his cross almost diverted in by Carlos Cuesta. Lucas Stassen completing the job. Definitely producing the goods since arriving from Anderlecht. Stassen now Westerlo's top scorer this season with 3 goals. Stassen involved very early on, setting up the defence-blissing pass from Sergei Sidorchuk that made such a difference. Reynolds adding further damage on the wing, and despite Martin van der Weert's strong reaction, Stassen doing well with the rebound. 1-1 after 19 minutes, Genk trying to catch Westerlo in the hop and succeeding. Joseph Paintsel nipping in, Sinan Bolak saving well. Jonas de Ruk concerned with the ease of that. Paintsel with the usual power and pace. Bolat preventing the finish. Genk without a win in front of their own fans this season going into this, so determined to finally change that. Paintsel picking out Arkadare in the middle. Bolat beaten, but the header dropping wide. With 3 goals, Tolu is currently Genk's leading scorer in Europe ahead of their Thursday visit to Serbia. Genk certainly knocking on the door, and a much more alert first half display this week than last week. 3-0 down at half-time to Sint-Truiden. Bonsuba's creativity this time giving an opening to Paintsel. Yusuke Matsuo has been promising for Westerlo since coming from Oraro Reds at the start of the year, but is yet to score in 23 games. This one of his better efforts. Van der Weert denying. Bringing Patrick Kozowski back into the starting lineup, of great value to Genk in first half stoppage time. That and Bilal El-Khanousi's well-placed cross. Joris Kayembe capitalising to turn home his first goal since signing from Charleroi. He may just turn out to be one of the signings of the season. A tidy finish for the now former Belgian international, who made his Democratic Republic of Congo debut against South Africa in recent weeks. Only his 5th goal in 5 seasons of Pro League football. Great cross too. Genk in the lead and in control. What could possibly go wrong from here? Well, Bonsuba already on a yellow card when embroiled in this tangle with Thomas van den Kabus. Referee Wesley de Kramer judging it to be an elbow, issuing a straight red card for Bonsuba, his 2nd red in 4 games, and like in the previous one against Anderlecht, not making it to half-time. More or less a backwash slap across the face more than anything else. Bonsuba majorly upset. Hendrik van Krombrugge playing the peacekeeping role just to make sure it wouldn't get worse. Genk entering the second half, a goal up but a man down. Westerlo looking to take advantage, but Van den Kabus dispossessed by Kayembe, releasing Paintsel into deep Kempinen space. Still plenty to do, but doing it all. Painsel's strike from outside the area caused Zion Suzuki major problems last week. The final goal in the 3-3 draw at St Truiden. This for 3-1. Genk looking really good now. An eventful few minutes for Van den Kabus. The good recovery by Kiembe. And the break supplying Painsel with his second goal of the season. Genk leading 3-1, and normally that would be it. But being a man short, would that leave them stretched? Westerlo needing to try something up front, a triple change. Two Robbins and Erdin Daci with their first touches, setting up Stassen for a bundling over the line for his and a Kempen second. A little bit of hope. Stassen now only 2 goals off the top of the league scoring charts. A real roll of the dice on the Westerlo bench, but paying off immediately. And Stassen reaping the benefits. Westerlo with a little bit of hope. Genk still 3-2 ahead. And Racing still with a firm grip in the game. Another surge from Munoz down the right-hand side, carving through the visiting back lines. Painsel in support in the middle and planting just over the top. That would have wrapped it up. Although these days it's hard to know with Genk. Into the 88th minute, Westerlo not downhearted. A much longer move in advance of this. Reynolds working hard, getting Stassen in. Genk on red alert, but Tour Robbins rattling home, having just completed a move from the Blues. 3-3, and Westerlo's comeback complete. Reynolds and Stassen stretching Genk defensively again. The cross from the right opening it up for Robbins, who only ever played once for the Limburgers. Do they remember him? They do now. Another 3-3 and Genk's third draw in a week. Westerlo's third of the season. Still no wins, still bottom. Genk 3, Westerlo 3. Club Brugge drawing 1-1 with Genk on Thursday night. 4 points off new leaders Unie Saint-Gilloise, but a chance against St Truiden to move back up. The Canaries unbeaten in 3, only winning against Mechelen. St Truiden look a different prospect under new coach Thorsten Fink. The Champions League winner wants the Canaries to be known for their creative play, just like between Janus Stuckers and Aboubakary Koita here. Daiki Hashioka's header just evading Bruno Godot. Club warned. That despite them having all 11 players back to face the STVV corner. Only one league loss for Club Brugge ahead of this, 2-1 at Ghent, but draws in the last 3 against Besiktas, Anderlecht and Genk midweek, needing equalisers in the last 2. Zinkernagel and de Kuiper setting up Andreas Skov Olsen for the chance. Zion Suzuki saving well. De Kuiper creative as usual, as he was at Westerlo the last 2 seasons. The late equaliser for the 3-3 against Genk apart has been an excellent debut season for Suzuki. Ronnie Tyler's men in charge by the midway point of the first half, and Bruges seeking to confirm it. Skov Olsen tormenting. Zinkernagel forcing the best out of Suzuki again. The league's top scorers looking good. The Danish pair making a lot happen up front. Surely the breakthrough would come very swiftly, but not in the first half. Still 0-0, and if you're feeling that Tyler may have had some things to say about that at half-time, you'd be quite right. Van Aken getting de Kuiper away down the left. His cross picking out Skov Olsen for the lead 80 seconds after the restart. Simple when you know how. A 6th league goal this season to go join top of the Pro League scoring charts alongside Koita. That's now 16 consecutive league games in which club have scored. Van Aken and de Kuiper unlocking the St Truiden defence excellently. Buoyed by that, Skov Olsen making hay again down the right-hand side after getting the lead goal. Hans Van Aken in place for a good drive. Suzuki needing to have another good game and goal for St Truiden. Club not yet able to wrap it up. Enough warnings for the Canaries though. Stoiker setting Koita loose, and after netting the second fastest hat-trick in Belgian top-flight history last week against Genk, a lovely equaliser to bring STVV level this week. 5 goals in 4 games for a man in hot form. Koita picking it up deep, but Club standing off. The tight angle drive evading Mignolet. The Belgian international keeper caught out by the trajectory. St Truiden level at 1-1, but in big trouble at the end. Skov Olsen winning just outside the area. Zinkernagel pulling off target. This in the 2nd minute of stoppage time. Both sides then now 4 unbeaten in the league, but only 1 win each in that time. It's a real trend right now. Club fall to 4th. The Canaries rise to 7th. Club Brugge 1, St Truiden 1. On the road in Brussels, Gent still unbeaten in the Pro League after Quelle Surprise, their midweek draw at Royal Antwerp. A win would put them back top. Or RWDM lost a Swansea derby thriller to Union 3-2 at the death. With Hugo Kuipers injured and Gift Orban starting on the bench, Tariq Tissadali left in after last weekend's winner over Eupen. The Moroccan capitalising on Sissako's error, but seeing the RWDM defender fully redeem himself, a major let-off for Molenbeek. In normal circumstances, this would be game over already, but the opening day apart, RWDM keep managing great escapes. This another of them. But that can only bring you so far. Gent last lost in the league in April against Ostende. 14 unbeaten in the league since then, with Malik Fofana increasingly making a name for himself. The first league goal of his career is one he'll always remember. Still only 18, Fofana's already scored in Europe against Apoel this season. His build-up play has been invaluable. This one had a finish built in, Watanabe with the original setup. Gent ahead, but RWDM have put their early season turbulence to bed, having lost their opener 4-0 at home to Genk. Lapuzan's 96-minute winner for Union on Thursday, only their second defeat since then. MATCHDAY getting in ahead of Paul Nardi to nod home RWDM's equaliser in the 4th minute of first half stoppage time. Nardi perplexed, Gay celebrating his 4th league goal of the season. Getting up well to connect with the original angle cross of Jonathan Aries. Nardi hitting a cul-de-sac. Gay fully capitalising. The Gent board left upset by that. 1-1 at half-time. So maybe another RWDM fight back after their 2-0 comeback against Union on Thursday, but still losing, trying to make sure that wouldn't happen again. Mikael Biron cleverly sending shooter Abe through, but Nardi saving. Harris again with the dead eye and the precise pass. Biron's back heel, getting the league's latest Japanese recruit in, who's come in from FC Tokyo. Beautiful ball, almost the equaliser. Gent about to hit top gear in this. First, Julien Dessart's free kick, well saved by Thierry de Ferny, and the follow-up from Tissadali. Not as much change for the Ebony Shoe winner today. Within a minute, Gift Orban on the pitch, trying to find a way through. Dessart going the more direct route when Orban couldn't, but having saved 2 Janssen penalties last week, de Ferny primed again. Good combination play between Tissadali and Hulsiger, getting Orban in this time. 3 chances in as many minutes. De Ferny standing tall again. Sissako's first half error repeated midway through the second. Tissadali in again. De Ferny getting a hand onto it, but still squirming past. This time the talismanic keeper needing Eris to bail him out. That's what friends are for. Hulsiger and Orban thwarted too. An incredible chance. De Ferny looking like a beaten man, but the backup finally for him was there. The rebound not being turned home either. So Kasapa pulls off another big result for RWDM. 1 loss in 5. Gent drawing 3 of the last 4 and unable to overhaul Union this time at the top. RWDM 1, Gent. Unie Saint-Gilloise and Anderlecht, the only sides in the top half to win. That's highly significant. Big wins for 2 of the bottom 4. Standard Liège over Leuven, and with new boss Glenn de Burg watching on, Kortrijk over Cercle Brugge. 12 of the last 22 games in the Pro League have been draws. 4 for the second weekend in the row, and a 3-3 included. 4 Genk against Westerlo this time. Antwerp, Club Brugge and Gent drawing as well. They all now lose ground at the top. 3 wins in 8 days means ahead of their visit to Liverpool, Unie Saint-Gilloise go top for the 3rd time this season on games won ahead of Gent, who are still unbeaten. Anderlecht have only lost once this season. On the opening day to Union, they're a point off the top in 3rd. Club Antwerp and Genk lose ground to the Brussels duo. Cercle have now lost 3 in a row. Eupen 4. Westerlo fall to bottom after Kortrijk's first win of the season. Standard climb outside the bottom 4. Charleroi RWDM kicks off the Week 10 action on Friday, and after Cercle OHL and Westerlo Kortrijk, Anderlecht can go top with a win over Mechelen. 2 huge matchups Sunday, Standard Liège at home to Club Brugge and Gent against Genk. Antwerp look to continue Eupen's agony. They'd love to just score a goal though. And following their visit to Anfield, it's Sint-Truiden for Unie Saint-Gilloise. Until then, from Will Downing and the Pro League TV team, enjoy your football.